Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome into episode 149 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. Julie, we're going to catch up. But first, on the Gateway note,
yes.
Talking about how easy it is. I think I might be getting a new car.
Okay.
So I had to shoot commercials this morning. Gateway's got it. Did 5 wardrobe changes. I shot 5 commercials in...
Bring all your 5 different outfits.
50 minutes. It was kind of a PR, personal record.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Any Spanish today?
No, that's why I went so fast, because there was no Spanish. But so, okay, my car is kind of, and this is not part of their advertising package or whatever, but real life situation. So my car is great. I bought it used from Gateway. It's held up great. But I need new tires. One of my speakers, I think, is broke. So when the blinker's on, I can't hear it. I just have to, and so then I forget to turn it off.
Because if you don't blinkers on,
so you can't hear that the clicking sound. So
okay.
There's nothing to remind you.
Gotcha.
That your blinker's
and that's
on.
Your speaker?
It has to be the speaker because the blinker works fine.
Okay.
The blinker works fine. It's the speaker.
I didn't know there was a blinker speaker.
There is a blinker speaker. I didn't know it either until I diagnosed the beaker speaker issue.
Blinker.
The blinker speaker.
Not a beaker. We're not doing science.
No. Okay. And then to top it off, Henry, it was raining a couple of days ago and he was hitting into his baseball net in the garage and just whacked the whiz out of my side view mirror. So I'm like, I need new tires. I need to get this mirror. I mean, right now it's being held together with a zip tie. I mean, it's fine, but whatever. And so I'm like, all these things and I just hit 100,000 miles on it. I drive a shit ton. So I'm like, it might be time to get a new car.
Yeah.
So I texted Charles and I'm like, what do you think? And I actually texted him a picture I saw online and he was like, that's my demo that I'm driving right now. And he's like, it's honestly, Emily, it's probably going to be cheaper to buy order a new car because
then fix your car?
No, definitely not. But to get a used car, because his would have been considered used if I bought the demo that he's driving. And so I went and shot commercials today and I went in and Pope is my sales guy. And he was like, come see me when you get done. And I'm like, I kind of got to hurry. I needed to pick up wine before the show. So I'm like, I don't have time to sit there and go through this whole process. And so he looked at my car, figured out they're getting an estimated value on that, of what the trade-in would be. And then I literally sat there for 4 minutes. He's like, okay, what do you want? What color, what interior, what this, what that, what that. And then he's like, okay, I'll text you later on today with a price. And so there's none of the back and forth and haggling. And I think it's that I've had those experiences at other dealerships. And anyway, they're not that way there. And I might be getting a new car, which I don't really care about cars at all. I don't care about having the latest and greatest. But when shit starts to pile up, new tires,
and then you hit that mileage.
Yeah. And you're like, what is this? Are we going to start running into more issues than it's worth at this point? So anyway, that's little
exciting
sidetrack on cars. If you need one, obvi, visit our friends at Gateway Buick GMC.
Yes. They help make this whole crazy thing possible.
I know. And they support literally everything I do. Charles and Jaffa, and they're just the kindest people. So
that's awesome.
I'm grateful for them. Happy to support.
I told you I want to inquire as well. I've been saying that for
I know.
a while.
I'm going to put you in touch.
Yes.
I'm going to put you in touch. Okay. We're at 149. We are in mid-January. This is our first time together in a couple weeks. Only our second time together. all year because we took last week off because we pre-taped a show.
Yeah. We were working on new us's.
We were working on new us. I was not doing much work on
What's your update?
On new Costa Rica. Emily was definitely not new. New year.
Maybe
new
it
me.
was.
Maybe it was. And we had, but the last time we were together, you started off the show by crying.
Yeah, that was silly.
It wasn't. It's not silly.
The thing is,
it's
like,
real.
It is real, but I was like feeling it in that moment, and then our little clips come out for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, damn it, I have cry face for 2 weeks of social media clips.
I know. We've both cried plenty on the show. It's okay.
It's a safe space.
It is a safe space that we share with thousands of people who listen and whatever, which
millions.
is great. Oh, that's what I meant. I meant millions.
We just hit 1 million.
I meant millions.
Episode.
Did we? Mm-hmm. Wow, that's incredible. So yeah, so I wanted welfare check. Obviously, you and I have spoken and talked and been in communication over the last 2 weeks. But fill everybody in on how Miss Julie's doing.
Well, I'm not going to cry, but kind of the same.
Pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
So we didn't drink last time we were together, but last night when you and I were texting and I could tell it was the ends were coming undone. And I was like, in 14 hours, we'll be together drinking a glass of wine and having a therapy session. So you made it
to this moment.
You made it 14 hours.
We made it to this moment.
Okay. So what's shaking? Like
it's just the same thing.
The same shit.
Yeah. Like,
because it doesn't end.
Yeah, it doesn't end. And Kelly's road schedule is just like, it's so road heavy. This whole like first chunk of the season. I was talking to a couple other moms at the Stars game the other day, even of not even players, but like management, coaches, wives, a daughter of one of the managers, general managers. And we were all like, is this horrible? Like, does this feel horrible for the families? The team is doing great.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So this isn't about that, but it's just the way the schedules are stacked, as I'm sure you know and can appreciate. It's like sometimes it's very even. It's like, going back and forth, road home, or whatever, or you're really road heavy to start and home heavy to finish, or vice versa. Or sometimes you don't even notice which one it is because it's pretty even. This has been really road heavy. So that paired with my mornings has not been good. And it's still just the same thing. Like I had a rescheduled girls' dinner last night.
The one that you said you canceled.
The one that I canceled.
Yeah.
And so it had been maybe 2 weeks, a week and a half. And we had canceled it because of me. One other gal needed to reschedule too, which is a whole nother thing, is trying to schedule with girls, moms is quite impossible, just scheduling in general.
Oh yeah.
So this was the rescheduled girls' dinner. And then my parents were in town. So it should have been a really easy, like, evacuation situation to evacuate from the kids. And then they both just lost their shit on me again, like 2 weeks after they lost their shit on me for leaving. So they're still just like freaking out about me going anywhere.
Super clingy right now.
Yeah. And then when they hear that I like have something that I need to go do, their mindset shifts and they turn into little terrors. Like acting if they know I'm going to leave. Yeah. And then, all that. And then this morning they were both up. They both crawled into my bed in the middle of the night. And then they were both up at 5:30 when I was up and like started to get sad that I was leaving. I'm like,
what is happening?
I am not that cool.
Trust me.
Leave me alone. Like I am not that cool. I know.
You really,
like I barely even play with you people. Like the people that I'm paying to come watch you or your grandparents, they're going to play with you. They're going to do all the activities. Yeah. They're going to give you the snacks. Like I kind of suck lately. Like just let me go. You don't know. That's what's best for you. Just let me leave.
No, but that just shows you how much they love you.
I know. And then you feel bad. And I'm like, I'm not trying to do anything besides work. So it's just a weird, like unexpected phase of momming that I wasn't expecting as my kids were getting older, like, cause you kind of feel like you're hitting a stride and all of that. But the good thing is we have to just make it through the end of this week. And then next week there's 3 home games, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but at least they're home games. And then there's a break for a full week, 2 weekends on either side. Kelly has off. And a lot of times we would go to like Mexico in the past, or we'd go do something. And we were talking about it. I was like, let's not go anywhere. Like, how about you just stay and be very present and let's play with the kids and do all that. So he's going to take them to school every day and pick them up every day. And I'm going to be able to just focus on my new morning show. That's a pretty big deal that I feel like I haven't been able to give 100% because of all this other stuff, you know?
Right.
And then that's a weird feeling too, when you get on the radio and you're like, God, I'm so tired. And
I know when I listen to you, and I'm like, she's talking for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lot. Like, trying to be entertaining for 4 hours, 5 days a week is a fucking huge task.
Yeah. And you don't realize. The good thing is the guys that I'm with, like they
love you.
They are great, and they love to talk. And so I feel like I've kind of
excellent point.
I've kind of settled into my role as being like the third person on the broadcast, which is what I want. Like, a lot of radio people are very intent on like, I'm going to take it in and out of breaks, and I want to be the main person and put my name on the show. And I'm just like, I am so happy to be here, and I just want to like be play third fiddle to you two.
Right.
You know, and that's fine. And I think I'm better that way anyways. You know, that's what I'm used to in radio, is just kind of like being like, you know, swinging in for a joke here and there and all that. And I'm definitely doing more than that now, but I don't need to be like the focus or anything. So, well, it's been good.
You brought up something to me last night too, and I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn or if you don't want to talk about this, but like that Kelly is starting to really have a lot of, you know, I think a lot of times guys appear to want to, even if they are phased, they want to appear unfazed.
Yeah.
But he's showing some chinks in the armor, huh?
He is, because he's feeling really bad.
Yeah.
And like kind of guilty about the kids. I mean, you know, the kids are not doing well.
Yeah.
They're generally okay, but like Ryder especially, like mentally not doing well. So like he's got therapy today. I'm going to show up at home.
Well,
we're here. Right. That's why you're in therapy. No.
Yes.
But I think dads, they do, like the dads that travel and moms that travel, it's like they have that guilt too.
Yeah.
And he feels bad, and he's working hard on the job situation, and we might have some good things that might change. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I know it's tough, but it's just like I told you. I mean, you just try one day at a time.
Yeah.
Like, we all go through these phases, and when this phase is over, it'll be a different phase. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, it's like, it's just whatever age your kids are and whatever stage they're at. I mean, you know, we all have those struggles and all that kind of stuff. So you're definitely not alone, but I
thank you, love. About you. I appreciate that. Tell me about Costa Rica.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I mean, we did nothing. Like, we never left the property. So we went for a friend's 40th birthday. One of her close friends, their family has like some kind of, I don't know if it's a timeshare or what, but like you could go to different places. Well, during COVID, apparently they banked. They had so many built up to where they need to use these days.
Yeah.
And so we go to Costa Rica and stay at the Four Seasons in a residence. Like, we had 2 houses, and we didn't leave the property.
Yeah.
Except for to go on a catamaran to, you know, look at the sunset.
How many
was
couples?
Beautiful. It was 7 couples.
Wow.
And
that's a big group.
And 2 of them, I didn't know personally very well. Like, I had met them a couple of times, and that was it. And then like for Mike, like they show up at the airport, and Mike knew one of them from high school and whatever, but like there was literally introductions being made of like, hey, I'm Audrey. Nice to meet you. You know, it's like, let's go spend a week in Costa Rica together. But we all got along so well. We were so dumb and so silly and so drinky.
Were there some hangovers?
But you know what? It's almost like vacation. It's just not as bad, right?
Yeah. Because you can just sleep if you want.
Yeah. But it was great. I ate, like we
pool.
had, I mean, I don't eat breakfast. I ate breakfast every morning. Like I just did.
I'm looking at Four Seasons, Costa Rica. It looks pretty, so pretty.
It was just like there was nothing, like the only thing on the itinerary was like, Monday, we're going to have a chef at the house. Tuesday, we're going to get massages. Wednesday, we're going to go on a boat. Thursday, we're going to have a beach dinner. Like that was the extent of the itinerary.
Yes, that's nice.
And the girl who planned it, we called her the cruise director. Like she was, you know, cause she organized everything, which also was great. I very rarely go on vacations where I don't plan everything. So to have someone else doing it and telling me what to do and where to go and what to wear, I was like, yes to this.
That's nice.
And I didn't have, I wondered if I would have control issues. Not a single effing one. I was like, I could give 2 shits. Like you boss me around. Tell me where to go and what to do. Tell me to lay my ass in a beach chair and I will. And it was really fun. We had a great time.
So dreamy.
And it just was nice to have. And actually, when we first planned this trip, I thought like, God, the timing of this is really not that great. Like right after the holidays and all that kind of stuff. But then it's like right after the holidays, you've had so much kid time, like we had so much quality time. And so it really did work out. I mean, logistically, it made things a little more difficult because you got to find childcare and people to get the kids to school and sports and all that kind of stuff. But it was amazing. It was super, super fun. I highly recommend Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Faux show.
That's amazing. Yeah. I can relate because, we'll do Hawaii again this summer. It's kind of like our one trip that we have planned, but it's the same kind of deal where it's a couple friend that invites us because they have the timeshare.
Yeah.
And then they invite all of the couples, right? So you don't necessarily know who you're traveling with. And the 2 couples we went with last time, 2 of them are not coming back. One of them had a 4th baby.
Oh, Jesus.
All girls. Yeah. And
4 girls?
4 girls.
Oh, yeah. Sweet Jesus.
And so I'm like, we're not going to see y'all for a while, right? Like, and then of course they're not coming, but they'll, I think, try to come. It's going to be every 2 years. So they'll try to get back on track after a year or 2. But the 2 couples that are coming this time, we don't even know. Yeah. So it's the same deal where it's like, all right, I hope this goes well. But I kind of love that because you can do things as a group or you can do things as a couple.
Yeah.
Because if you just go with your husband somewhere for like 7 days, sometimes I kind of...
That's a lot of alone consecutively.
Time.
Right.
Like sometimes you kind of run out of things to talk about.
Especially when you have a spouse that travels.
Yeah.
Like, like for me in my case, like I that is one thing I struggle with, I'm like, when I retire, like, is my family going to get tired of me? Like they're going to get so much of me.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. And they get used to their life, like doing things a certain way.
Right. It's the same way with like athletes. I remember I've told you the story about Sandra Beltre. That's like, and when Adrian retired and Sandra he's like trying to insert himself into stuff. And she's like, listen, dude, I've been doing this fucking 20 years by myself.
It's weird.
And the last, 18 of which were with kids. I've got this under control. Don't try to come change my processes and my systems. Leave me the F alone. Right. I've got this.
I know. And then,
as I have for the last 2 decades, dude.
And then they're probably like, well, what do I do?
Right.
Like, yeah. Because one of the ways Kelly's trying to help is like to just check in on me a lot. And I think I texted you last night. He's like wanting to FaceTime every night. And I'm like, dude, like I love you and I really appreciate this, but like I cannot FaceTime like 4 times a day. I'm so busy. And if I have time, I want to go to sleep because I got to wake up at 5.
He's trying.
He's trying. He's trying.
Well, that's sweet. At least he's trying.
Yes.
Then hopefully that won't discourage him from trying for you telling him
I didn't tell him all that.
Oh, you
just told you on a podcast.
He'll never find out.
He doesn't really listen.
He'll never find out. I know. I was going to tell you a story, but I'm afraid not that Mike will listen, but that people who listen will tell Mike. It's about something totally neurotic I did. But
damn it! I don't get to hear it.
I might. Let's see how this wine goes.
Okay. I got to take a mental note when your wine gets a little lower.
Yes. Okay. But we do have lots of things to, other than our vacation and crazy ass family lives.
Vacation and not vacation.
And non-vacation. Stuff to catch up on. The first of which is our sports.
Yes.
Brought to us by our friends at Early Bird CBD Gummies. And as we all know, if you've listened to the show for any amount of time, they're a total game changer for me. I sing Early Bird's praises with whoever I can, and it's for good reason. It's because it has totally changed my ability to chill, turn my mind off, and actually get like decent sleep. I popped a couple last night. I had a glass of wine and I didn't want to drink anymore. But I was like, I know if I lay in bed, Mike was at the rodeo, and I was like, I know if I lay in bed that I'm just going to sit here and my wheels are going to turn, or I'm going to pick up my phone, I'm going to get on social media, whatever. And so I just have a really hard time turning off. But I was like,
does it.
It does. Mm-hmm. And I popped a couple of early birds and I got in bed, and within like 20 minutes, I was like, so like because I was able to just kind of, because my body needed sleep. It was time for me to sleep.
I'm so glad that you discovered early bird.
I am too. It really has changed things. And so I knew I had to be up early in the morning. So I wanted to feel good. I wanted to run before I left the house, all this kind of stuff. And because of that, and because of the fact that I was able to shut it down and not, and have 1 glass of wine instead of 2, and not sit there and play on my phone on social media
what I ended up doing.
Yeah. And so I was able to put it away. I started watching the Bernie Madoff documentary.
I don't know that.
It lost me so quickly. And my girlfriend, Lisa, we were on a group text. I'm like, what show should I watch? They're like, the Madoff documentary is good. And then Lisa chimes in and she's like, you're not going to like it. It's going to put you to sleep. You're not going to like it. It's going to be over your head. And I'm like, okay, well, thanks for that.
She was right.
And she was totally right.
Yeah.
But I think the early bird Madoff documentary combo was definitely the key to some really, really good sleep last night. So we love Early Bird. They're back on board as a sponsor in 2023. We're excited to continue our partnership with them. As always, they offer a discount for first-time users. That's earlybirdcbd.com. That will automatically apply a discount for 20% off for any new customers. Check them out. Give them a try. I promise if you have problems chilling out, this will make a huge difference for you.
Awesome. I love Early Bird. Thank you, Early Bird, for your support. So
sports scorty. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the Stars?
Cowboys?
Oh, well, duh. What am I thinking?
We have a Cowboys playoff win.
Can you believe it?
Under our belts.
Yeah.
We did it.
It was us.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Congratulations to us.
Yes.
It's fun when the Cowboys win and play good. They played so good.
Yeah.
And is Tom Brady really that bad, or is he just old? Or are we that good?
I think he's washed, man.
Harsh. I think he's definitely on the downhill side of things. I don't know if he's washed
as a quarterback.
As a quarterback, I don't know if you put him in the right system, the right place with the right people.
That's an interesting point. So the team we're going to be playing, San Francisco, right now has
Brock Purdy,
a rookie who was the last.
And he looks to be adorable.
Last guy to be drafted,
Mr. Irrelevant,
and the ongoing conversation about him is he good or is he just surrounded by a really good system?
Because that's a really
good players.
Good team.
So I'm like, I wonder, if Tom Brady was on that team, what would they be like? But I feel like, not to get into San Francisco, but to stick with Tom Brady, I feel like he just looks detached.
He looks defeated,
detached,
in life,
tired.
Yeah.
Yes, in life.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Well, and he's had a lot of shit go down. Okay, enough about Tom Brady. We're going to get to him later because he's all over the news place.
Yes,
socials.
Yes.
What's on your feed? He's on our feed.
He is on our feed.
But the Cowboys looked effing amazing. Yeah. Offensively, they look great, with the exception of Brett Maher. Defensively, they looked good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just feel like, special teams wise, outside of the extra points, just little things. I mean, I just feel like that was a pretty effing
really
complete
good.
game.
The
they looked like
plan looked good. Yeah, they looked good. And I think it was best case scenario after seeing the terrible performance that they had in their final game of the season, and even just lackluster the past few games.
Yeah. That Washington game was grody.
It was so bad. It was one of Dak's worst performances of his career, and then he bounces back with perhaps arguably his best performance of his career. So I'm really happy for the Cowboys. I'm really happy for Dak. Anyone who's watched him all season long knows what he's capable of. And so you just really hoped that you could see that Dak deliver with the pressure on when he needs to deliver in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he did.
And he did. And he's so easy to root for.
Yeah.
Because he's such a good dude. It's just easy to root for him. To see it come together like that for him was really cool.
It was great. And the whole team follows. When he raises the level of competition and the mindset. The high
tide lifts all boats.
Yes.
Yeah.
High tide lifts all boats.
A big wave lifts your dinghy. A dinghy's a boat.
I know that a dinghy's a boat, but that's not it. You just wanted to say dinghy.
I just wanted to say dinghy.
High
tide lifts all dinghies.
High tide. Rising tide. I didn't think it was high tide.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
Rising tide lifts all boats.
Is there anything about dinghies in there? No. No dinghies.
That's not on this website.
How do dinghies rise? Websites.
I'm not going to search dinghy.
How do dinghies lift? How do you lift a dinghy?
Well, you put on something real nice and sexy.
All right, we're 24 minutes in before
I bet you could lift a dinghy.
20 depends on whose dinghy it is.
Can you lift a dinghy?
Sure. For the record, we made it 24 minutes. 24 minutes before going to
Do you wear
Dinghy
lingerie?
Talk. No. Oh, God, no. I wear boy shorts and you can't say.
Does anyone really wear lingerie that's like
spouse assaulters?
Let us know.
Wife beaters, tight tank top.
I just rapped and said wife beater in a rap song on Freaky Friday last week, so I hope I can say wife beater.
No, I feel like that's kind of whatever. So yeah, I wear boy shorts and a beater.
Okay, well that's kind of sporty spice.
Or this most comfortable Rangers giveaway that was like a jersey that says Tejas on the front and it's got 50 on the back for the 50th anniversary. And it's so incredibly comfortable.
Yes.
And sometimes I'll wear that.
We all have that.
I have one
big old comfy shirt.
Yeah. I have like 1 or 2 sets of pajamas. And that's it. But they don't really get ever pulled out much.
Oh man, when you find good pajamas.
Matching pajamas.
I found some good ones lately. But I actually had to go through, I have a bottom drawer. I was going through and trying to like clean out my drawers. And I have a bottom drawer full of all of the things that were given to me at my bachelorette party.
Whoa.
You know,
held on to those for a long time.
I held on to them for a long time. I held on to
mine for a while too.
In hopes that A, I would be skinny enough to wear any of them. Okay. And B, I would be a lingerie person that wears lingerie. Yeah. I don't know why I held on to both of those hopes because they're both.
I mean, is anybody really into lingerie? Their wife in lingerie, or are they just into other people in lingerie? I feel like.
And the people that say they do the lingerie thing,
okay,
are they faking it?
Good for you. Way to go. Collect your medal at the door. The rest of us are just going to keep wearing boy shorts and oversized jerseys.
Are we the problem?
Probably. That's usually the case.
Yeah.
How do we get on lingerie talk from Cowboys winning a playoff game? Regardless, it's scintillating conversation. Is it scintillating or scintillating?
It's not scintillating.
It's not scintillating. It's scintillating.
We got here because you said something about dinghies.
You're right. I'll take full credit for it.
And making dinghies rise.
You're welcome. You're welcome for dinghy talk.
We tried to go a rising tide.
I was saying a high tide lifts all ships or boats or dinghies. Some sort of sea vessel. Yeah. But we cleared it up. But then you asked if I could lift a dinghy and things went really, really weird. Okay. All right. Enough cowboy lingerie.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
Okay.
We were trying to just make a profound statement about Dak Prescott.
Yeah, we were.
That's what we were trying to do.
Congrats on
Dak Prescott was the rising tide that lifted all of the boats with the Dallas Cowboys. The boats were lifted. Everybody elevated their game. Yep. Micah Parsons was a beast. The offensive line was really good. He had all kinds of time. The receivers were good. The things that we were not sure if they were going to be okay were. That being said, Jason Peters sounds like out for the next game. He's the old man offensive lineman that is actually like.
He was like a late pickup, wasn't he?
Really productive, a late pickup. Yeah, and Jeff, who I work with every morning, thinks that he's a pretty decently sized piece to the puzzle, and him being out is a little bit worrisome, but they did bring back Tyler Biadasz, who had been out, and his return made a big difference, right? I mean, that's just the things that I don't necessarily notice when I'm watching because I don't watch that intricately, but if your offensive line has a piece or two missing and sucks, you won't win.
Because that unit works in unison more than any other unit. Yeah, they got to have each other.
It is a good dinghy unit.
See, you went back
You just wanted to say unit, though. First, you wanted to say dinghy.
And then I went to unit.
This is you.
All right. Okay. Let's talk. We got Mavs and Stars to cover, too, when we can't spend all this dinghy talk time on the Mavs and Stars, or we're going to run out of time. Quickly, Mavs are okay. They had a lot of people hurt, right?
Yes.
This is the kind of sports talk people really come to the mom game for.
You know they do.
That guy's hurt, right? they got a lot of people.
They got a couple guys that
are
hurt.
They're doing good, aren't they?
Mm-hmm,
What's their record?
Luka's pretty good.
Is Luka still playing?
Luka's pretty good. Has he gotten any help yet?
Oh. Did you see the mural? I mean, I'm not going to lie. I get it, but we're like 48 hours into mural talk and I'm already over it. I'm like, can we please move on from mural
Have they been
talk?
I don't listen to Take anymore. They've been talking to the team. I do every once in a while.
Everywhere and on Twitter.
Yeah. A lot of mural talk.
I thought
it was interesting, though.
It is interesting.
That Mark Cuban and Luka intercepted that situation.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want Luka's feelings to be hurt. So for Mark,
listen, everybody is tiptoeing around Luka
exactly.
Doncic.
So that's like what everyone. Makes me think like he was bothered by it, and that's why Mark Cuban intervened, because you will protect Luka Doncic and his mindset at all costs. And otherwise, it's like you're gonna go read chat boards and reply to every negative comment, like,
right? And I don't know Luka from Adam. I mean, I've never met the man, but I know Adam. You know Adam. I'm familiar with him. Trying to use a figure of speech.
I know Adam a lot more than Luka, and I love Adam, but I would love to know Luka.
I agree. I love Adam too. But I don't see him being like, "This is bullshit." Is that how Slovenians sound? I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm just trying to sound like Luka.
I don't think you're gonna get in trouble.
Okay,
there's not gonna be a big
so worried about getting in trouble
that comes after.
Meanwhile,
you.
I'm talking about lifting dinghies, and I'm worried about talking in a Slovenian accent. But I just don't imagine him like taking the time to be like, "This is bullshit. I demand that this mural be taken down." Down. I don't even know. Whatever.
You can't take down a mural. You got to paint over it. I
demand to be painted over immediately. Before I leave Dallas and go back to Slovenia. I just don't see him being like that.
I don't either.
I do see it being awkward for him. Like walking into a locker room and being like,
that accent.
Hey. I don't see him walking. I mean, just like, hey, motherfuckers, look at me. I'm way better than all y'all.
No,
should I do that in my
like
Slovenian accent?
Yeah, do it.
Hey, motherfuckers, what's up? I'm 10 times
you
better
sound
than
like dirt.
What's up? What's up, motherfuckers? Y'all see that mural? I need help.
Bitches, bring your A game. Did you see the mural? Go look at the mural. You can stand in front of that mural for 5 minutes and think about what you've done. I need help.
Okay. So I don't see him. Throwing a fit about it, but I do see how it's awkward for him. Like everybody's yapping about how bad y'all suck and how great I am. And that probably makes him feel bad as a leader. Like,
I know.
He's trying to be a rising tide and lift his dinghies.
You're right.
He's trying.
He's trying to lift his dinghy.
Yes.
He's trying to lift the ship.
Right. Okay. Let's just tell people what the Mavs record are. I mean, I haven't even finished one.
Are we going to salvage this show?
I don't know.
Should we throw it in the trash?
No, we can't throw it in the trash.
No, we won't throw it in the trash.
What is the Mavs record? This is what people come in. Listen, we've got to get it together. People come here for serious sports news.
That's true. I need to look it up.
I thought you would have that ready.
No, I had actual Mavs thoughts ready.
Oh, you did?
But when it comes to reading the record, I'm a little bit better than that.
I'm sorry. I was just providing
I'm just kidding.
Trying to give people a peek inside the Mavericks locker room.
Right, and how Luka talks.
Yeah.
So the Dallas Mavericks.
With a record of
24 wins.
Okay.
21 losses.
Okay, that's 3 games above 500.
That gives them a winning percentage of .533.
Okay. What is it? 40... What is it?
24 and 21. And that means 7.5 games back.
And we're officially past the halfway point because we're at 45.
Yep.
Halfway point is 41 for those of you.
Good job. So 5th in the West. So, they're kind of like they always are, Em. They're usually in that 5 through 10 spot, like every season. But yeah, the mural was a little bit right. I mean, that's kind of the whole deal right now. It's
he needs help. It's true.
He needs help. But I get into this debate, not even debate because I don't have a whole bunch of supporting arguments. But I feel like Luka likes to have the ball a lot, and he's at his best when he has the ball a lot. So he needs help, but I think he likes having these big gaudy numbers, and he's capable of doing it. Yeah. You need people that you can rely on around him. I don't think he needs to split the load with anybody too much.
And that knows how to work with him. Because wasn't he making the comment that like he appreciates Christian Wood because of how he handles Luka and his.
Yes. He said, I compared him to Taylor Swift, saying, I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah.
He said that. He was like, I'm a lot on the basketball court. No, and Christian Wood can handle me. I was like, that's awesome of you to say that.
Like that's kind of me too in my life in general.
It is.
Like I'm a lot.
Yeah.
Hey. Listen, I was talking more about like at home.
And I'm your Christian Wood.
You, sure.
I can handle you.
You can handle me. You can handle me.
I can handle you.
You can.
But Okay. You're looking at the negative, but you're like a Luka. That's pretty fucking awesome.
I'm not, listen.
So I'm trying to spin it positive.
That's where my comparison ends, is just the fact that I'm a lot. It's not that I think that I'm a Luka.
People that are a lot are usually like productive,
yeah,
right? Like, and get shit done. And
regardless.
And that's what I respect about you. And that's why I can handle you, because I know it's like she gets shit done.
Well, that's sweet. But I am a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
I mean, I'm probably a lot too.
Everyone's a lot.
I might be the worst kind of a lot, where you don't like really admit that you're a lot, but you are a lot.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you're way less a lot than I am.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to agree so quickly. Like, you could at least think about it for a little bit.
You're a lot. I'm a less.
Let's a lot and a less. Okay, so there you have it. There's our Mavs hot sports opinions, and you dropped your rundown, and also the fact that the Mavs are 3 games above 500. I know that's what everyone comes here for, for the records of our local sports teams. Mavs 24-21, 3 games above 500. Let's talk about the Stars. We talked about this a little bit earlier in in our opening stuff, that the Stars are doing good.
They're doing really well. They are. As of the time that we're recording this, first in the Western Conference.
The entire conference.
And guess what?
What?
Nobody's talking about them very much.
I know. Listen, it doesn't matter in DFW if the Cowboys are doing anything, whether it's really bad or really good. It's just the way it is.
I know.
I mean, I remember when we were going to the playoffs in 2010 and 11, and then football season would hit, and people were obviously still very interested. But they're always going to be the Cowboys. And
the good news for the Stars is, even if the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl,
they're going to have their
season's going to end while the Stars are still playing and getting ready for the playoffs.
And I just hope for them that it continues.
Yes.
Like, that they will continue to play this way so they can get their shine. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you're right. No one is talking about the Stars, and they should be first in the freaking conference.
26-12-7 on the season.
Dude, seriously?
They've been really good. They have had a few.
Wait, 26-12-2?
7 overtime wins.
Okay, wait. 8 plus 7 is 5. Carry the 1. We're past the halfway point.
Yes, we are.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Cheers, bitches. The only problem with this whole thing is the better they are, the longer they play. But I do feel like it's just a lot better because we're all so excited and everyone's into it. And when I had my old job, I got to do the Zin Bin, so it just made everything more exciting.
Yeah. Well, and now you don't have to, if they do make a big playoff run, they're not going to be in an effing bubble, and you'll get to enjoy it, and so will your family.
My bubble, I swear. How do I charge the bubble for my kids' therapy?
Seriously.
Because the bubble has scarred my children. I mean, they still talk about the bubble.
The bubble.
Ryder tells his friends at school that his dad's like sometimes...
His dad
has to go to a bubble, went to a bubble, so and they're all, they all like think that sometimes dad lives in a bubble. It was a very scarring experience. But the NHL could make some money, so we're all good. But no, I was actually glad they were able to play that season and get hockey played amidst a terrible time. And that's when the Stars went all the way to the Stanley Cup final.
Let's do it again. So Jason Robertson, is he still killing it?
Jason Robertson's still killing it. Not at like such a torrent pace that he was there for a little while, but he's still, such a reliable person to look to for offense. And they have quite a few of them, which is awesome. Jamie Benn's having a really good season. He got engaged.
Makes me happy. Oh, he did?
Jamie and Tyler are both engaged.
Whoa.
I know.
Are they going to have a double wedding?
I don't think so.
At the AAC?
Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh my God. What if they were like the girls skate out
at the AAC?
At the AAC on the ice.
The ice girls are
Can you imagine anything more
throwing flowers?
Gaggy? Oh my gosh. Gag.
Yeah. No, but the girls
so they're both engaged. How cute.
My mom texted me and she was like, does Jamie's fiance look just like Tyler's, or is it just me? Like, they're just gorgeous blondes, obviously.
Wait, so we met Kate. That's Tyler's fiance.
She's been on the show.
She has been on the show. She's a friend of TMG. Yeah, she's adorable.
I know.
But we never had Jamie on, have we?
No, he won't come on.
Why does he not like us?
He loves us.
Does he know that?
He just doesn't like talking.
He does. Trust me. So when he was like a rookie, I was still covering the Stars, and trying to do interviews with him was a little difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just doesn't like talking.
He doesn't like talking, and this would probably be like he might break out in hives to like come sit and do like a 1 hour,
especially like with me,
with you,
wine.
Like, oh
my God, with please,
Jessica. Maybe we could. Maybe they won't have a dual wedding, but what if we could get all 4 of them on here?
That'd be
fun. Or maybe even the 2 girls, like Kate and Jessica. I don't know. They're really cute. And I think Jessica owns a med spa. Like she's...
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But anyway, that happened. But Jamie's having a really good season too. So there's a lot of places that the stars can look to for offense right now. And then who I really do think we could have on the show and I want to have on the show is their precious little goaltender, Jake Otten.
Oh my gosh. He's adorable.
And he's good. Like
I don't mean adorable. Like he just
playing
seems like
so well.
Yeah.
So that is something
shutout the
I
other
want
night,
to
right?
happen. Yeah, he had a shutout in Las Vegas against Pete DeBoer's old team.
Oh, shoved it up their ass.
Want to know a good way to like get in good with your head coach?
Oh.
Go back to where the team that just fired him and then pitch a shutout in net. That's how.
Love it.
I said pitch a shutout so you'd understand.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for dumbing it down for me.
Baseball talk.
Okay, so awesome stuff in sports scores. We're moving on now to the TMG News Desk, brought to us by our friends at Herman Marshall Whiskey, which has exciting news to share. And we have an exciting new tagline to share with you. Let's whiskey.
Let's whiskey,
baby.
I mean,
let's whiskey. Let's Herman Marshall Whiskey. I feel like we should throw in the Herman Marshall. But yeah, let's whiskey.
We should. And we should do a show where we just drink whiskey.
Slowly.
And
very
see
slowly.
How much weirder we can get.
I'm game.
If that's possible.
Yes.
Yes, our friends at Herman Marshall Whiskey. So they have a new tasting room that is opening this weekend in Wiley. I'm efforting going.
I know. We have so many kids' sports.
See, I'm in like a little bit of a lull.
You are.
Ryder has basketball and that's it. So as long as I can work around his one basketball game, it'll all fire back up in February.
Yeah.
All the sports.
We have basketball and baseball right now. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is. So they have that opening, and then in a few months, probably around May, they're going to have a big venue opening in Wiley as well, which I'm super pumped for. They're going to have live music. Man, I just love some live music. That's why I was so obsessed with Fort Worth when we went not long ago, because I didn't realize how much live music there was, and that's what makes me happy.
Yeah, and chilling, like just real laid back vibes.
Yes, and you can bring your kids. Ryan,
kid friendly stuff.
Our friend who is with Herman Marshall. He has kids, and he says they want everything they do to be kid friendly because they get it. Sometimes you don't want to pay a babysitter, blah blah blah. So the new the new tasting room is open in Wiley. We're going to try to go there this weekend. But Herman Marshall Whiskey is really good stuff. They produce handcrafted award-winning small batch whiskey, patiently aged in new white oak barrels. This includes their Texas bourbon, Texas rye, Texas single malt and blended bourbon whiskey. If you're a dude and you're listening, you want to try this, go get some for yourself. If you're a wife, go surprise your husband with some, or if he has a birthday or maybe Valentine's Day, who wouldn't love some whiskey?
Or I feel like I have more and more girlfriends now that are drinking whiskey, like as their drink of choice. I've got my MLB Girls Weekend coming up next weekend.
Yes, that's when I'm going to Fort Worth.
And there's a couple girls who I know love whiskey. And so I've got some Herman Marshall for them.
That's thoughtful.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot more women now drinking whiskey than there used to be. And I will say, I like it in a hot toddy. I like the drinks when I taste it, but I want it. And this is something we've talked to Ryan about, like, I need some fun recipes.
Yeah.
I need somebody to tell me.
And he said that they have somebody, so we need to get him on and just have like
that's what we talked about. Like, I want to, give me some tips on how to drink this other than just like neat or on the rocks.
Yeah. I mean, I like it with Coke. Whiskey and Coke.
Okay. Is whiskey in a Cuba Libre?
I don't know.
Because Mike was ordering those at the airport in Costa Rica. He was like, I'll take a Kubi. I'm like, what the fuck is a Kubi?
When in Rome.
Cuba Libre. Yeah. I mean, well, we're get on a plane to go see our children for the first time in a week.
Oh, that's when he ordered it.
A couple Kubis. We got to the airport a little early. So anyway, back to Herman Marshall. Yes, on the whiskey. We're going to get some more like fun recipes. Yes, on the venue, all the fun things. And so supportive of the mom game.
Yes, thank you to Herman Marshall. So that is our news desk. They're bringing us our news desk.
And they want to remind you, let's whiskey. Like, let's whiskey.
Easy.
Okay, you brought me this, and I am friends with this human.
I know, but you know about this, right?
I literally have no idea. So last week when I was out of town, I was on the social media. The TV never came on except to watch the TCU game. God bless them. That's the only time the TV was.
God bless them.
Oh, God bless them. Also efforting to get Sonny and Kate Dykes on. Friends, they said yes, but we just have to figure out a time. Whatever. Fantastic season for the Horned Frogs, but that's the only time we watched TV was that first night. After that, I pretty much went dark. I didn't watch TV. I really didn't. I mean, I would thumb through social media, but I didn't know. I knew Cliff got fired. That's about where it ended. Usually when people get fired or something bad happens, I give it a little while before like reaching out. So I haven't even reached out to Cliff.
I think he's fine.
He's gonna be okay. Pretty confident in that. But when you were like, here's something for the news desk, Kingsbury to Thailand, I was like, what the fuck?
I thought it was a really boss move of him. So he got fired from the Cardinals. A lot there about like butting heads maybe with Kyler and all of that.
Right.
He immediately booked a one-way ticket to Thailand, and there were other NFL teams calling him about offensive coordinator positions. Because that's his history, right? He was an offensive coordinator before.
I had friends of mine being like, do you think he'll be the next offensive coordinator at TCU? I'm like, it's a hard no.
Yeah.
No, whatever. Yeah. But go ahead.
So he told everybody that was calling him, he's like, thanks, but no thanks. I'm good. I booked a one-way ticket to Thailand, and I'm just going to hang out here.
So he's not, where's the live tour? That's Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Okay, different. I was like, is he okay.
That's golf.
Right. But I was like, are they doing something similar for?
No. Oh,
so
like
literally when you sent me this, I didn't even look at it. I was like, I'm just going to let Julie educate me on my
like
friend.
On vacay.
So
he's done.
So he literally said
he took 20 million, whatever. I mean, they had just given him a contract extension. So he's fine financially. And I love it because how many times do you hear that like someone could just take all their money and run, but they don't? It's like if you're a coach, a lot of times you just can't escape it. It's in your blood. You float around, you take another job, you take another job, you take another job. Not saying he won't.
Right.
But his first instinct after getting fired was to take all of his money and book a one-way plane ticket to Thailand. And then there are reports that he does have a beautiful lady with him.
I'm shocked by the fact that he would have a beautiful lady. Sure.
She looks a lot like
she's stunning. She's beautiful.
And she looks a lot like the same the lady that's rumored to be with Tom Brady too.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's not the same, but they look very similar.
Well, okay, so
this particular person's posting all these pictures in Thailand, and it looks like they're together.
So now it makes sense.
Yes.
So
you want to see her ass?
Sure. Let me see her ass. Oh wow, that's
So she's posting pictures like that, and she's like, just enjoying Thailand. But anyways, my whole point was like, this is freaking baller.
Good. You know what? Good for him.
Yes.
And as someone who is a friend of Cliff's, and I love him dearly, and I've known him for many, many years.
Yes.
So many times at some point in time, I would send him a text and be like, or have a conversation, and be like, you need to eat like 8 cheeseburgers. Mm-hmm. And get some sleep.
Because he thought he looked skinny.
He was, especially when he was at Tech.
Emaciated.
I was like, please eat a lot of food. And then whatever. And then usually, and I always joke, and I don't think he would get mad at me for telling this, but he changes his phone number quite frequently. And so it's not always very easy to get in touch with him. And so I'll get every maybe couple years, like, new cell phone, just so you know, here's new cell phone. Every time I'm always like,
you made the list.
So glad I made the cut this year. Yay for me. But it cracks me up because he lives in this like alternate universe, right? Like, and it's so funny because when Cliff was at Tech, he wasn't like this.
Heartthrob?
No.
You mean as a coach?
And as a player.
As a player.
Yeah. Like it wasn't like, I mean, he was a handsome kid. Like but it wasn't like everybody was oohing and awing. And I mean, he was kind of still a little awkward, and he couldn't be nicer, like literally couldn't be nicer. But it wasn't like he was this thing. And then all of a sudden it was like he became you get one shirtless picture where your abs are popping out like nobody's business, and it's game on, and you're single, and
he kind of looks like Ryan Gosling,
all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but yeah, he's a very handsome man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's funny. It's just crazy to think about, like, that Cliff is this. I mean, like,
I know,
it's just crazy
because you know him.
Yeah. And I adore him. Like, I think he's fantastic. He's such a good dude. He's so loyal. It had been a while since we had talked, maybe, 6 months, 9 months, a year. And then when Mike Leach died, we reconnected, and it's like one of those where we pick up, and, when we've known someone for a long time, and I don't know, and
honestly, like, he probably was pretty rattled by that.
Oh, no doubt.
Mike Leach.
No doubt.
Then if you have something like this happen in your life where then all of a sudden that happens and then you get fired, I mean, hell, I can see where you're thinking a little differently, where you're like, I'm just going to enjoy the moment. Like, I'm going to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Coaching is coaching. I don't want to.
I guess, but the thing is, for me, is like, it's not like he's this, I mean, it's not like he's a, look at me.
Yeah.
I want all the attention. I want the spotlight. I'm money hungry. I'm not, like, he's not, that's not who he is.
Yeah.
He's not that dude. I just know he's not. And so I'm happy for him. Like, yeah, go get it. Take your hot girlfriend to Thailand and stay there as long as you want, honey.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, probably.
I would love to just get $20 million and go to Thailand.
Hey, will somebody pay me $20 million to go to Thailand?
Yeah, just disappear.
Okay, all right. We got to talk about what is on our feed, and exciting for us because we have a partner that's back on board after a little hiatus.
Yes, we do.
Our friends at Baylor Scott and White.
I am super excited to have them back. They are a sponsor, a friend that's near and dear to my heart, because of course I had all of my breast cancer treatment at Baylor Scott and White Hospital. And now we've been working with them for a while here on the Mom Game. And I love that their mission is just to get the word out about all of their services, things that you can do to help yourself. And you can help yourself, help your loved ones, help your family. And they have an event coming up on February 2nd that is very relevant right now. I feel like they are having an annual Women and Heart Health virtual event on Thursday, February 2nd, where, I don't know if you've heard just stayed in the loop with all of the news lately, like a lot of things going on with heart problems, heart things. And a lot of times it's women, and a lot of times it's women that are younger than you feel like should be having heart problems. And so this is basically an open forum. This is, you can learn more with a panel of women physicians who will discuss a variety of health topics that impact your heart and the hearts of your loved ones. So it's basically, you can join on your computer, on your couch. You can sit there with your laptop. You can come with a few questions, things that are on your mind. How can I protect myself? How can I protect my family? And they're going to help you talk through health topics that can impact your heart and the heart of your loved ones. It'll be a moderated, fast pace, about 90 minutes, with opportunities to interact with the panel of specialists. You can get comfy. You can put on your jammies, pour a glass of wine if you want, cuddle with your kids or your dog or whatever. Put yourself in your happy place and join on your computer. And you can take some time to have a heart-to-heart and ask all those questions that you might be wondering. I'm really going to try to join this event too. You can register today. The link will be on our link tree. Just go to bswhealth.com. Super easy. And
there is a specific landing page that we're putting on our link tree, and in the show stuff, Ted's going to take care of that. It was really kind of long, but there's a direct link that will be.
So if they're watching the show right now, they can click on it.
Yes.
Awesome. I love that. I feel like a lot of times when you're in that like 10, 15 minute sit down with your doctor, like you don't have a lot of time to talk, and you don't have the questions that are really on your mind ready to go. So this is a really good opportunity for you to sit there with a panel of experts and talk about what might be on your mind. And we need to all focus on our health. So I love that they're doing this. I really do. And I love that they're trusting us here on the Mom Game to help them get the word out about this event and many more that they have in the next few months.
Yeah, excited. Thanks, BSW. We love you. Okay, so what's on your feed? Like I said, I was off the socials for a while.
Yeah.
Last week. I mean, I rarely got on. I didn't even post anything. I didn't post any pictures.
I was thinking about it. You didn't post anything from Costa Rica.
I didn't post anything from Costa Rica. And you know what? None of the girls I was with, none of them are big posters. And so literally nothing. And it was actually really
probably nice.
Kind of nice.
Yeah.
I have picture. But then I don't know. I'm having a weird thing about social media.
Okay.
Like where I'm just not.
That could be our what's on your feed.
I know. I'm like not. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not that into it. I don't know.
Like posting or scrolling?
Definitely not posting. I mean, my thing. I have to get through the red circles. Like it's.
Yeah.
I have to scroll. I have to get caught up. I have to get the check mark, and then I have to go through all the red dots.
Wait, no, I don't know if I know that one.
Yeah.
I know other ones. What are your red circles?
No other ones. So
I know the paint cans.
Paint cans. So the red circles are when the red circles around the stories, and you have to click through them to make the red circles go away.
What red circles?
Pull up your Instagram.
Oh, like if something is
on the
live.
Stories.
Yes. Okay. I didn't know.
So right now, so I got to clear all the reds, and then so look at all those red circles. Like I need to get through all the red circles to make the red circles go away. I got to get caught up. I got to get the check. I got to get the check mark because I'm caught. See there, I'm caught up. I'm all caught up. Okay.
Okay. So you have to click on all the red circles,
and then
to move on?
then I've got to click on all the red circles to move on.
Oh, Emily. So but don't the red circles just continue forever?
For a period of time.
I've got red circles that I never.
It's a lot, but these things go away after 24 hours, but it just continues to be this cycle.
You have to click on all the red circles?
So I just click on it, but I do it on silent, and then I just click. And on my vacation in Costa Rica, like girls that didn't know me that well, I let them know. They're like, what are you doing? Scrolling Instagram? I'm just clearing the red circles. Like I'm just.
Oh, no, I didn't know about this.
Bless me. So I think the reason I'm kind of like meh on social media lately is because I'm like, this is what I'm doing. Is I'm doing this. Click.
You're not really looking.
Click. I'm not. So I'm like, is anyone out there? Is anyone paying attention? Maybe they are. But I'm just like, I'm not paying attention, and people are putting a lot of time into these reels, and we're putting in time to our social media. We've got Ashley and Adam working, and it's great, but I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, am I jaded old lady social media girl?
No, I mean, if you're clicking on every red circle, you're doing more than I've ever attempted to do. You just click because that's an OCD thing.
Yeah. So the red circles have to go away.
Oh, Emily.
Where did we start this? I don't know. God, every episode.
Well, you were saying you haven't been posting.
Every episode, we just peel back another layer of my onion, and it's just more fucked up than the one before. It's more neurotic than the one before. But it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of weirding me out. But then I have on my list today to post on social media about Scout and Cellar because January is a good time to join the wine business. By the way, holler at me. Oh,
here she goes, pitch girl.
Right, it's not on social media, but if anybody is looking for a little side gig, I hate the word side hustle. I hate the word boss babe. If you're just looking for some extra funds and fun and wine, holler at me. But I had it on my list. I'm like, I need to post something on social media about Scout and Cellar and, building my team and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just kind of like,
okay, but you're feeling, well, okay. I guess
I'm just feeling kind of grossed out about it.
Yeah. Well, if you had been clicking on all the circles, that would make it feel almost more tedious and cumbersome. Like I'll get on Insta and look at all of I have like 4 now that I help contribute to.
I know. I've got 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, I have 5. So I try to monitor those, and that's what I'm usually doing.
Yeah. See, the red circles are gone.
Oh my gosh, Emily.
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
See, I just ignore all those red circles because they go on forever.
Okay, I will say, in my defense, I am able to ignore the red circles on the Mom Game account, which I have access to. Mm-hmm. So I don't try clicking through the red circles on the Mom Game. And the way I justify it in my head is I have not chosen to follow all of those people. I don't know all those people because those are people that are relevant to the Mom Game, maybe people that you have followed, friends of yours. Adam and Ashley have decided would be good people for us to follow.
Okay.
Totally respect that. I don't need to see all their red circles.
Okay. Well, so you're capable of.
I'm capable of ignoring the red circles.
Okay. What about Twitter? What's your Twitter experience like?
Just clear. I'm not like refresh and then notifications. As long as there's no red circles, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why it would be probably good to just take
some time away.
Time
to step back. But anyway, we did allude to it earlier in the show. We're wrapping up. But so I'm really going to be really careful, honestly, on how we talk about this, but the Tom Brady and his son thing. Well, first of all, do you think he's got a girlfriend? Apparently there's pictures out there of her. Great.
Yeah. He's got a girlfriend that was Miss Slovenia.
Oh, does she talk like I talk?
She probably talks like you talk. I wonder if she knows Luka. I mean, surely they know each other.
Surely.
Same country.
Kind of a big deal. Yeah. But yeah, people are making a really big deal about Tom Brady and like his son and being maybe too affectionate, mouth kisses and whatever.
Certain people.
Yeah, right. I'm just like, I don't know. I will say this though. I am so thankful for a father who showed me so much love. Even though that wasn't a really popular thing to do 40 years ago, to be so open about it and, affection and words of affirmation and love and saying, I love you. And I mean, I say, I love you all like to my kids all the time. I say it to my friends. I say it to, I say I love you a lot. And I'm thankful that I had parents, both my mom and my dad, that were not afraid to say those words and show affection and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like it's weird people talking about Tom Brady and his son and blah, blah, blah.
But maybe if they don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, so there was pictures of Tom Brady, like just him and his son laying like with legs locked or whatever. Not locked, but, like
Tom's leg, son's leg, Tom's leg, son's leg on the chair.
Right. And then like apparently like mouth kissing. And the son's like 13 and whatever. But my whole thing, so I have two things. What you do in your family, as long as everyone's, in agreement, that's kind of your business, family life. But also too, when you post things, I mean, it's not like a paparazzi got this picture and was like, look what I got. This is them. When you put something on social media, and maybe too, that's also why I'm down on it, is it's just like when you put something out there, you're opening yourself up for praise and for criticism. And so you have to acknowledge and you have to be willing to accept that what you put out there is not always going to elicit 100% positive response. And in most times it's not. It's going to be the other way. So when you put something out there, especially if you are a public figure with a shit ton of followers, shit is going to come. Snark is going to come. I mean, listen, I try to be funny and snarky and all that kind of stuff, not in mean-spiritedness, but just in, I like to be funny and entertaining and whatever. So people like to jab and snark and all that kind of stuff. So you have to, I can see both sides of it. I can see where people are like, just get the fuck back. He loves his kid and that's how they show their affection. And that's fine. But also too, you have to realize when you put something out there in the social media universe, you are inviting comments and judgment and all that kind of stuff on both sides, both in support, yay, way to show affection for your husband, and dude, you're weirdo, what are you doing? And so it's just part of the world we live in. So to me, there's no right or wrong answer or opinion or whatever. I can see both sides of it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because it's like you can't be like, get off of him and the relationship he has with his son and the way they want to show affection. It's like, okay, I get it. It's their home, they're private, but you're making your private life public. By posting on social media. And then you're inviting all those comments.
I know. And you wonder if he knew not what he was doing, but if he knew that would probably get some sort of backlash when he did it. I feel like there are certain people that are wired that way to like, let me see Tom Brady.
Right. But let me see, like, I know a couple of people that come to mind that I will not name names that come to mind that are like, I'm going to put this out there because I want to poke the bear. I want to stir things up. He doesn't seem to me that's going to be like, I'm going to use my 13-year-old son to stir shit up.
No, but no, not like that. But like maybe he knew that he's going to get an opinion from people when he posts anything. And that might be something that elicits more opinions than something else that he would post.
I know. For me, I'm like, I want to post the shit that's going to get me as few opinions as possible. Unless they think that
and honestly,
great.
Any parent, I think, it might be people that don't really understand, that like aren't parents. Any parent, I think, knows. I mean, it just seems like he's really like in love and happy with his kids. And I think that's great. Like, I think that's awesome. I like Ryder came and cuddled with me. We were watching the Cowboy game and he's 7, so he's not quite this old, but he just it was interesting because he wanted to cuddle. He wanted to snuggle.
Yeah.
He wanted to, like, this last night, he's like, make sure you give me a kiss before you leave. And he's never said things like that. And we've talked about how I feel like he's in a phase right now, just with dad being gone and me being gone. And I'm like, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Like,
Henry sometimes will still be like, can we snuggle on the couch and watch football?
Yeah,
and I'm like, dude, nothing would make me happier
and
than
so
to
just
lay
it's
here
a dad
on this
and
couch.
not a mom.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
Like, if it was me and Ryder laying, or you and Henry like snuggling on the couch, no one would probably say anything.
Right.
So that's not really fair to a dad that has that same love
Not
for
at
a
all.
kid that
Not
we
at
do,
all.
to be judged on it.
I guess just though, like, I will say it is a little awkward, like the leg pick. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, I mean.
Yeah, it wouldn't be weird. Like, it's not weird when they're baby. It's not weird when they're 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But at what point, I don't know. I mean, it was an interesting pick that, like, I knew he probably knew would get some opinions.
And then everyone, I mean, it's just the overanalyzation of everything we do.
Yep.
So
exactly.
Okay.
But here in the mom game, we're cool. We're cool with that.
We cool with that. We cool with what you want to do in your private life. But when you make it public, you got to know
people are going to be talking.
Opening your shit up.
Yep.
Okay. This has been a great episode.
Covered a lot.
Oh my God. My glass is finally empty.
Mine too.
It was, but for the record, like, I feel like people should know it took an hour to get to empty, and
we did get the train back on the tracks.
And
bit. It was a rocky start.
And when there was dinghy talk, it was 24 minutes into the show, so it's not like I had drank all of this.
That's just us.
It's just, God bless us. It's just us. Okay, so episode 150 next week.
Ooh.
We're working on some guests.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Potential. We'll see. But yeah, bottom line is we're going to be back together, even if it's just the two of us talking, lifting dinghies and throwing down Slovenian accents.
Yep.
So, okay, hang in there.
Killed that, by the way.
Hang in there. I love you.
Love you too. Thank you.
See, I tell people I love them.
Thank you. Love you back. Okay. And we're all good.
Yeah.
We'll be good.
And we love you guys. And thanks for joining us. Hopefully, if you made it all the way to the end, God bless you. God bless you.
Per usual. We love you.
You.
God bless you.
All right, that's it. 1, 2, 3.
Mom game out.